Okay, today is Wednesday, July 9th. Earlier this morning I called Mr. Yamaguchi at the Chief of Police's office to once again call for me for civil standby at San Francisco General, since I'm still, trying to get my medical records and also go in and, go to patient advocacy to start listing my multiple complaints for denial of emergency, HIPAA law violation, etc., etc. If you watched the last video with Mr. Yamaguchi on it, you saw where I was told by him that Sergeant Kelly Kruger was down at San Francisco General. I got an email from Ms. Kruger just the other day informing me that she's on vacation till July 17th, which really begs the question as to, her expressed concern as far as getting me medical care. If you look at the video dated 6/24/14, you will see how she, professed to extremely caring. A couple of things that I want to point out is if you look at that same video, you'll see where the Department of Public Health said it was going to get me my health care. Yesterday marks 2 weeks where I have not been contacted by the Department of Public Health, but I'm sure their spin will continue to be that, I'm not seeking care and that I don't want it. I hope you all are learning the games and watching the inhumanity here. As far as the CIT officer, the psychiatric liaison for the San Francisco Police Department, the person who sits on the mental health board, well, it's apparent how much, non-concern, or maybe I should say non-result producing, activity I've had to have from her, inclusive of the risk management approach that's been used against me consistently by trying to, shall we say, rewrite history, and the fact that I've been consistently denied that, my rights have been evaded and that there has been no medical law enforcement. Once again, it's July 9th, Wednesday, and I'm going to San Francisco General to pick up my medical records, but of course, naturally, I'm going to go by the sheriff's office so that they can, of course, again, break HIPAA law with no consequence, as is what's been done in the past repeatedly. However, as you know, I will continue to document the abuse and put it here on YouTube so that when, all the facts and everything else come out, there won't be any plausible denial for not only the lack of disability sensitivity training, but, the entire farce that this has all been. You have to take into consideration that, everything I've requested, I have been, the operative term, dead right, with the operative word being dead, because when nobody enforces medical law and it's all a charade, ask the veterans, nothing matters. This is exactly what the veterans also had in seeking their medical care, was bureaucrats, administrators, and everybody basically screwing with their rights and not being accountable. This is exactly, as I've said before, the same reason the FBI, the Justice Department, needs to look into the denial of medical care from the Department of Public Health, as they are looking into the denial of medical care through the Veterans Affairs. As I've said before many times, learn the games and watch the inhumanity. So here I am. Would anyone care to bet as to whether or not, once again, my rights will be violated, my HIPAA rights will be violated, my ADA rights will be violated, my programmatic access will be violated? Would anyone care to bet? Given the fact that this has repeatedly happened for years now, and it's here on YouTube, what would you venture to guess? Anyway, let's continue to not have any questions. Let's videotape the reality and, juxtapose it to all the sweet, wonderful, meaningless, non-enforceable medical right laws that are constantly broken, because it's all a game, it's all an illusion, no one cares, and this is the world in which, people are supposed to want to exist. Tell it to somebody who has a decent chance. In a rigged world, you just cannot. Ask the veterans, ask the people at Guantanamo, ask gay people. Oh, the list just goes on and on and on. Let the illusions live, because I will continue to videotape the truth.